Hi everyone, this is Mr. O'Gall, and in this video we are going to be solving problems using similar triangles and the Pythagorean theorem and deciding which one we should use. So let's get started. In problem number 1, it says, the diagram shows a front view of an A-frame house. Which length in feet represents x? Now I'd like you to take a second and jot down whether you think this is going to be a similar figures problem or a Pythagorean theorem problem. Okay, it is a similar figures problem, so if you wrote similar figures down, you are correct. And that's because I have two triangles right here, 1 and 2. And I'm going to use their relationship as similar triangles to figure out the value of x. Pause the video, set up your proportion, and hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Alright, here's your hint. This is what your proportion is going to look like. And I'd like to have you note that the 15 is on the top of the blue triangle, because if I add these two segments together, I get 15. Pause the video, cross multiply, and hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Alright, here's your next hint. When you cross multiply, that's what you get. Now I'd like you to box your variable, draw your railroad, and solve for x. Ready, pause. On to problem number 2. It says, find the height of the cell phone tower. I'd like you to decide whether this is a similar triangles problem or Pythagorean theorem problem. If you wrote down that it's Pythagorean theorem, you are correct. That's because we have a triangle, only one triangle, and it is a right triangle. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Pause the video, solve problem number 2, hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Alright, here's your hint. We're going to label our sides A, B, and C. Now let's plug it in. A squared is what we're solving for, so it stays the same. 1,240 gets plugged in for B, and 2,650 gets plugged in for C. Pause the video, solve for A, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem number 3. A ping pong table is a rectangular playing surface measuring 9 feet by 5 feet. What is the length of the diagonal of the playing surface to the nearest tenth of a foot? Take a second, decide if this is a similar triangles problem or a Pythagorean theorem problem. If you picked Pythagorean theorem, you are correct. That's because this rectangle is divided up into a triangle with a right angle. So we know we will use a Pythagorean theorem. Pause the video, solve this problem, hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Here's your hint. I'm going to label my triangle 9 feet by 5 feet. And we're going to solve for C. This will be A, this will be B. Pause the video, solve problem 3, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem number 4. Given that two triangles are similar, what is the length x of the missing side? Take a second, decide if this is a similar triangles problem or Pythagorean theorem. If you said similar triangles, you are correct, because there are two triangles in this problem, and we are going to compare them in order to figure out what x is. Pause the video, set up your proportion, hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Alright, here's your hint. I just rotated this triangle, I flipped it upside down so that these two triangles look exactly the same. Now I can easily set up my proportion, and I'm going to use 14 and x, 14 over x, is equal to 7 over 9. Now I can cross multiply and solve for x. Pause the video, finish this problem, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem number 5. Please decide if this is similar triangles or Pythagorean theorem. If you said similar triangles, you are correct. Pause the video, solve problem 5, hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Here is your hint. The base of the big triangle is going to be 32 feet. Pause the video, set up your proportion, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem number 6. I'd like you to pause the video, decide what kind of problem it is, and solve it. Hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Hint number 1 is that this is going to be a Pythagorean theorem type problem because it is a right triangle. Pause the video, solve problem 6, hit play if you need another hint. Ready, pause. Here's hint 2. We'll label our triangle A, B, and C. Then we'll plug it into our formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and solve for c. Pause the video, finish problem number 6, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem 7, I'd like you to try it on your own. Hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Hint number 1 is that this is a Pythagorean theorem kind of problem. Pause the video, solve it, hit play if you need hint number 2. Ready, pause. Hint number 2 is to draw a picture. Pause the video, finish problem 7, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Problem 8. I'd like you to pause the video, decide if it's similar triangles or Pythagorean theorem, hit play if you need a hint. Ready, pause. Hint number 1 is that this is a similar triangles type of problem. Pause the video, finish solving, hit play if you need hint number 2. Ready, pause. Hint number 2 is to draw a picture. So you can draw the lighthouse and you can draw the lamppost. Pause the video, finish solving this problem, hit play when you're done. Ready, pause. Great job, you just finished the video. And you're experts at figuring out whether you should use the similar triangles or the Pythagorean theorem. Now I'd like you to solve the bonus. It says, Miss Amaya did not watch this video and is confused. She is not sure when to use similar triangles and when to use the Pythagorean theorem. Can you help her? On the bottom of your paper, write a letter to Miss Amaya explaining when to use which one. Pause the video, finish this, and you're all done. Great job!